Nice maintenance.
All right, we're gonna do bench presses and curls for upper body today. Sound good?
I'm just so tired after driving a truck all week. I feel like I don't have enough time.
Have you downloaded the Weigh My Truck app from CatScale? It can save you tons of time when checking your weight.
Speaking of weight, can you spot me?
Your time is money, and nobody knows it better than CatScale. That's why we offer the Weigh My Truck app absolutely free. Now you can complete your entire weigh without ever leaving your truck. You can see your weights on your mobile device, and scale tickets are automatically emailed to you. Best of all, weighing with CatScale means you're backed by the CatScale guarantee. Remember, time is money, so get weighed and get going with the Weigh My Truck app. Visit WeighMyTruck.com to find out more about how this app can revolutionize how you weigh your truck. That's WeighMyTruck.com. Accuracy, weigh your truck on a CatScale.
At Progressive Commercial, we want truckers to know we give a truck about trucker safety and about saving them a truckload on their insurance. We save safe truckers an average of $3,740 a year when they share their ELD data with us, just for keeping a safe as truck out there. Get a quote in as little as 5 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Safe customers based on FMCSA inspections, driving history, and other data for for-hire transportation. Not available in all states. Savings not guaranteed. At renewal, driving data could increase or decrease premiums.
Were you hopeful for less chance of an inspection delay at the roadside in 2021? Compared to the 2020 pandemic year, you were disappointed as inspection likelihood rose from 2020 levels substantially. That's according to the new comprehensive analysis from Overdrive Magazine's decade-long CSA's Data Trail series. But the 2022 series update shows that state truck enforcement departments still aren't back to pre-COVID inspection levels. Learn more about this today. There are some new risks, though, in rising moving violations as well as hours of service detention. You can determine your own roadside risk with 48 state rankings in many inspection and violation categories. Download the full report via overdriveonline.com. Navigate to the regulations section to find the CSA's Data Trail 2022 update. That's overdriveonline.com in the regulations section. And check out CSA's Data Trail 2022 update today.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 83 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Steel.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Sound of crews in Ukraine carrying a body bag through the ruins of a building in Lviv after Russia's largest nighttime missile attack in weeks. It pounded homes and critical infrastructure in 10 different regions. This woman near Kyiv took shelter below ground.
With my 3-month-old baby, we had to go down to the basement. We have there a few beds, some sleep socks, some mattresses, and we're just sleeping on the floor because it feels safer than to be on the second floor in the house.
At least 6 people were killed. South Korea's military says it's detected another North Korean missile launch. This time, the South Joint Chiefs of Staff says a short-range ballistic missile was fired off the western coast. Kim Jong-un's sister warned Tuesday her country's ready to take quick and overwhelming action against the U.S. and South Korea over expanded joint military exercises. Back in the U.S., Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell's hospitalized after taking another spill. CBS's Tom Foti from Washington.
A spokesman for the 81-year-old veteran Kentucky senator says McConnell was attending a private dinner at a Washington hotel when he tripped and was then admitted for treatment. In 20 2019, the GOP Senate leader tripped and fell at his home in Kentucky, then suffering a shoulder fracture.
Some lawmakers on Capitol Hill have been hacked. Here's correspondent Jennifer Kuiper. Members of Congress have been notified of a breach at DC HealthLink, the exchange confirming to CBS News that some of the personal information has been exposed on a public forum. Recorded future intelligence analyst Alan Liska tells CBS News Radio,
not only can you use the personal information that's included with medical records, which is very useful to somebody that's looking for identity theft, but it's also useful for attackers that want to carry out, for example, phishing campaigns.
Massive strikes continue in France as lawmakers forge ahead with reform. CBS's Lane Cobb is in Paris.
France's senators voted early today to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. The debates continue on other measures in President Emmanuel Macron's pension reforms, but the Prime Minister has already said she's pleased that this vote has passed. The unions say they will continue to protest.
Striking workers have just cut power to the Stade de France Olympic Stadium near Paris. He was the ultimate Tevye.
If I were a rich man.
Topol, who played the shtetl milkman in Fiddler on the Roof on stage and screen, has died. In 2012, the Jerusalem Post called him Israel's most famous export since the Jaffa Orange. Israel's president tweeted the news of Topol's death. He was 87. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-711-6818 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-711-6818 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-711-6818 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on this little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-711-6818 now. That's 800-711-6818.
Check out the new bike inspired by the movies. Engineers say they were inspired by Star Wars to create the world's first flying bike. It's called the X-Turismo, a 12-foot-long, 600-pound luxury air cruiser that's designed to run on a motorcycle's motor. The designers say it gets its power from an electric battery that powers 4 fans to get riders off the ground. The bike can hit speeds of about 60 miles per hour, and it's not cheap. Online, it's got a $555,000 price tag. For now, it's only available in Japan. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Why the hell I want a bike that flies?
Old favorites and dropping prices.
Why just...
Catch up like you've never seen some of the hottest toys from years past.
I don't want a bike that flies.
Show in New York, one brand they understand inflation's made people very price conscious. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Is your tub worn out, but you're not sure who to trust to replace it? With over 2 million successful bathroom pumps, people trust Bathfit because we know how to do it right. We've been custom designing and manufacturing baths for over 35 years. Our unique tub-over-tub installation takes as little as a day with no demo. Take your busy schedule, and we offer a lifetime warranty on every tub. That's how confident we are in our quality and durability. Bathfit, it's just this. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey, Wisconsin. John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore. Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app? Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas. Does that actually add up to anything? I'll make around $200. Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. Bank account to PayPal or an e-gift card from Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Is your foot pain becoming a habit? Can't go shopping without limping down the aisle. Board certified podiatrist with specialized training and endoscopic procedures for hip pain and neck. Right in the office, saving you the time and trouble of going from place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet. Call me at 265-7585 for an appointment. That's 265-7585. Serving Montgomery, Greenville, and surrounding areas for over a decade. Follow us on Facebook or visit us on the web at www.greenvillefootcare.com, where doctors' profiles, directions to the office, hours of operation, and new patient paperwork are all just a click away. You can also find useful information on common foot conditions and services that we provide. I'm Dr. Brian Keeley with Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet, start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatrist or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today. Homestyle French Toast Sticks are so good. Some are saying they're better than their mom's French toast. Perfectly crispy on the outside, perfectly fluffy on the inside, perfectly perfect in every way. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today and see if they're better than your mom.
You'll start your Thursday off with some clouds and temperatures in the mid and upper 50s, but as we get throughout the day, we don't have a ton of sunshine, and we have showers off towards the north building into our area. Highs will be anywhere from mid and upper 60s for our central Alabama counties to low mid and upper 70s for our southern portions of the state. We dry out by late Friday afternoon and see sunshine on Saturday. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Thursday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clinton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Get ready for spring at Midtown Plaza. Shop Boost Mobile, GameStop, and more. Midtown Plaza, Ann Street, off of I-85, another great Clinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law from Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
All the time experts at Chico's Auto Roads, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Roads.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey called for a special session to give lawmakers time to allocate the last round of federal COVID-19 pandemic relief funds. She suggests taking the surplus of funds and returning it to taxpayers. If approved, this will come in the form of a $400 tax rebate, $800 for families. She believes this will help with inflation. The state prison system announced it will give state corrections officers a pay raise. Starting salaries are now between $50,000 and $55,000 for officer trainees. There's also pay grade salary increases for current officers. The prison system has struggled to fill hundreds of jobs. A popular Montgomery lunch spot opened back up this week. Piggy's Lunch Stand is now at a new location on Coliseum Boulevard. They're open 10:30 to 2 Monday through Friday. Hamburgers, hot dogs, and more served. I'm Jasmine Williams, Legal Door, Morning.
Hey, this is Joe.
Hey, Cody from the Western Outlet at American Onion. We have a huge problem.
We have more inventory than a new warehouse will hold.
So we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off.
This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 big days. We're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale.
So bring the decision maker, tape measure, and trailer. These items won't last long at these low, low prices.
Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website.
Don't miss the biggest furniture sell-off the River Region has ever seen.
That's the furniture outlet at American Onion Mall.
At American Oak, we've overfilled our warehouse. We have a huge problem. There is more inventory than the newly built warehouse can hold, so we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off. This Thursday through Saturday, 3 big days, we're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale. Bring the decision maker, tape measure, and a trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices. Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website. It's first come, first available. Don't miss the biggest furniture sale the River Region has ever seen in American Oak.
At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we have great inventory, and the new 2023 models are still arriving daily. Come by today and test drive the 2023 Ram Bighorn Quad Cab. Most truck owners know the Ram is the best driving, most comfortable, and most handsome truck on the road today. Join us now during Ram Truck Days to make your best deal. Drive a little, save a lot. TallasseeAutomotive.com.
Are you looking to enhance the beauty of your home with new shades, blinds, shutters, or custom draperies? If so, Just Blinds wants you to experience the very best we have to offer by visiting our showroom in Prattle, where you'll always receive personal attention from our professional designers at no cost to you. Also, you'll be presented with a full range of window treatment options, and you'll experience firsthand the ease and comfort of motorized smart home options. Just Blinds is located at 1522 South Memorial Drive in Prattle.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janney King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
I'm Jenny, senior designer for Cleo & Wolf, and this is Behind the Designs with Boot Barn. Cleo & Wolf is a vintage-inspired, effortless collection with a country sensibility. Each design is thought out and crafted so that it becomes a special staple in her wardrobe. Even if it's just an article of clothing, there's so much meaning to that. In her most authentic, natural state is where her beauty and her confidence lives. Cleo & Wolf, only at Boot Barn.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Here we go.
Need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time once again to rise and shine. For it is another day, one more, that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is NewsRadio1440.com or NewsRadio1440.com. That's I already said that. Radio. Okay, in Montgomery, Alabama. So just in case you were wondering where we are, that's where we are. If we get a chance to get down here, well, come on, see us. Anyway, again, good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something to change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. Today, it is March the 9th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Comfort on Door Frames. Interesting. Our scripture insight today comes from Deuteronomy 6:4-9. Deuteronomy 6:9 says, write these commandments on the door frames of your house and on your gates. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is March the 9th. 2023 AD. It is a day like all the others. There's never been. And it is a day that will never, ever come again once it's gone. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done that you don't. And you don't get a chance to undo the things that you do this day. So whatever it is that you do with this day, March the 9th, make sure that if tomorrow should be, You'll be proud of what you have done on this day. For it is a day like no other. Once it's gone, you'll never see it again. If you have lived a while, there's no doubt in my mind you've heard, you've seen many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy, and you may, I'm not sure, but you may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever you do, as long as you can, while you can, until you can't, reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful, because you're never a failure. Never, until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never, ever quit, because winners don't quit. And quitters, well, they never win. Good morning, G. Montgomery. Comfort on door frames. That is our daily bread for this morning, March the 9th, 2023 AD.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Comfort on Door Frames, was written by Katira Patton. As I scanned my social media feed in the aftermath of the 2016 flood in southern Louisiana, I came across a friend's post. After realizing her home would have to be gutted and rebuilt, my friend's mom encouraged her to look for God, even in the heart-wrenching work of cleaning up. My friend later posted pictures of Bible verses she'd uncovered on the exposed door frames of the home, apparently written at the time the home had been built. Reading the scriptures on the wooden planks gave her comfort. The tradition of writing Bible verses on door frames may stem from God's command to Israel. God instructed the Israelites to post his commands on door frames as a way of remembering who he is. By writing the commandments on their hearts, teaching them to their children, using symbols and other means to recall what God commands, and placing the words on door frames and entryways, the Israelites had constant reminders of God's words. They were encouraged to never forget what he had said or their covenant with him. Displaying God's words in our homes, as well as planting their meaning in our hearts, can help us to build a foundation that relies on his faithfulness as revealed in Scripture. And he can use those words to bring us comfort, even in the midst of tragedy or heart-wrenching loss. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 9. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for the scriptures that help guide our path. As we read them, show us through your Spirit what you want us to learn and how to apply it to our lives. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All right, it's Friday. Well, not really. It's like Friday Eve, but it's Thursday. Time to rise and shine. Last day of PT. So let's get it together this morning, okay? Somebody get the first sergeant major down there. Tell them they're not retired yet. They need to get on down here to PT. Okay, I'm just telling. And where's the mayor? Where's the mayor at? Yeah, need to get him in on some of this too. All right. I was up here the other day. He was looking a little bit out of shape. All right, let's do it.
Every day we run to the
Oh, hit it down.
way.
Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. I got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way. It's a great day to be a paratrooper. Hurrah! Oh, excuse me, who? That's a Marine. Sorry. Driving on. In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead to the chilling blow. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on. Driving on. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on. Driving on. All the way. Rough and tough. Something we forgot about doing these days. You can't be rough and tough in the Army anymore. You got to be a wimp. Anyway, good morning. It's time to rise and shine, people. Time to get that PT down. So the mayor and the first sergeant, everybody down there. Okay. All right, one more day. Then PT's over. Let's do it. Let's get this done. Oh, hard work. Oh, doing it right. Work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work and every day. I get up about 2:45. I reach home and go to pay. Oh, hard work. I go to work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work. I do it for play. Come on. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Let's go to work. Hard work. Hard work. Woo! Hard work. Hard work. Y'all slacking in the back there. Bring it on up. Tighten it up. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. And go to work. Hard work. On the airplane. In the early morning rain. They said, hard work. I do it for play. Hard work. Woo! Hard work. Ooh. Sit them on down. Hard work. Hard work. Oh, hard work. I do it for play. Come on. Hard work. Woo! Okay. That's enough of that. Woo! This PT early in the morning still gets me. But it motivates me. Gets the blood rolling, gets everything moving the way it's supposed to be moving, and then I'll be moving. Gonna get into that one. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine this morning as we pay homage to our armed forces of these United States. The only place in Alabama, I believe, that we do this every day, because freedom is not free. Somebody has got to protect it. And like I always say, you're either maintenance or you're cargo. I'll let you figure out which one you are. Don't get me wrong now. Some cargo's good to have. Good morning to my good friends down at Montgomery Sanitation Department. Good morning to the mayor's office. Good morning, Mayor Reed. Good morning to the governor this morning. I understand there are people down there listening to the brother down here, so just try to figure what's on my mind. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, the governor's office down there, tuning in the mornings. I mean, yeah, after all, if I don't say anything about it, it ain't worth talking about. Or isn't worth talking about. I might have the kids out there listening to me. All right, then. Anything else? All right, well, let's get it. The United States Coast Guard, whose motto is Semper Paratus, which means always, always ready. And good morning to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town. We must pay homage because they put the air into airborne. Good morning to you, Maxwell and Gunner. And to all the folks who come from all over the world out to the great city of Montgomery to learn how to get it done and learn how to get it done right by our top guns on Maxwell. Good morning, guys. Can I get a ride on one of those F-22s? We got one out there? Okay. All right, then. I'm just saying. See, Rick Hendrick gets to fly on the airplanes and stuff. I don't get to fly on the airplanes and everything. You know, I mean, come on. Rick? Okay, he used to be in the Air Force. Maybe that's why he gets priority over me, I guess. I don't know. Good morning, Jarheads. Semper Fi. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and let's not forget Space Force. I mean, they ain't been around long, but we do forget them sometimes. You know, here's my thing. How can we have a Space Force when people don't see balloons going across the sky? I'm just saying. I mean, come on. Seriously? I mean, y'all not okay. Now I know had it hit Alabama, you know, we probably would have counted because our guys are better than the rest of the guys. Maybe they would have saw it. I'm not sure. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, we got a Space Force there and we got something going across our country in space, and not that far in space, and we don't see it. I don't know, Space Force. I am suspect to your abilities at the moment. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, could I do better? Probably not. But then again, I don't have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of equipment, telescopes, satellites, and all this stuff. I'm thinking that you guys should be able to see a balloon floating across America. So Space Force, let's get it together. Okay, I'm just saying, let's get it together. I shouldn't have to find out about this from the White House. Okay, I should know first. I got a secret clearance here. Okay, so somebody need to call the brother on the phone. Oh, secret ain't good enough. Oh, well, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, I thought it was. Okay then. Well, that's why I don't know. All right then. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with Lessons of Life and the legal word of the day to help you, just in case you find yourself in front of the man. Okay, and you know who the man is. The man that got your gonads in his hands. That's the man. So you want to make sure that you know exactly what's going on when they use these big highfalutin words and stuff out there. I'm just saying They use all these words. See, because I finally figured out the legal profession does not want you to know what they're talking about. So it's a good thing you understand when you're finna get screwed over. Okay, that's my job. I'm just saying. You might want to do that. So anyway, let's take a break and we'll be back. It is a Thursday morning. Don't forget, coming up next hour, it is John Bowman and some members of Hope Inspired Ministries, hopefully to inspire you. Okay, so we'll be back. So no matter how tough it is, no matter how rough it gets, you never ever quit, and there's always somebody else to help you out there. You just sometimes you got to make the effort. All right. So we'll be back after these messages. Is it easy? It comforts you better than this. Your brother wouldn't get a good dance. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be back.
Oh, that's Michelle. She's our alpha agent. She helped me file that auto claim fast after that accident last week, so I figured we'd bring her with us.
Before a little thing becomes a big thing, call your alpha agent.
You'll start your Thursday off with some clouds and temperatures in the mid and upper 50s, but as we head throughout the day, we don't have a ton of sunshine, and we have showers off towards the north and building into our area. Highs will be anywhere from mid and upper 60s for our central Alabama counties to low mid and upper 70s for our southern portions of the state. We dry out by late Friday afternoon and see sunshine for Saturday. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents are being reported by the authorities. Nothing to think you want an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow maps, everything's nice and quiet. Traffic's still light. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Your first credit and no money down gets you anything on the lot at Reinhardt Used Car Super Center. Toyota, Chevy, Ford.
You know, you look good now.
Reinhardt Used Car Super Center. On the East Boulevard. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
All the time experts at Chico's Auto Pros where you'll get the price transparency and free extras like roadside assistance, local toy, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
If you play Call of Duty, you know the game is full of hackers. While hackers are noticeable at the lower ranks of competition, they're even more prevalent at the highest ranks. The issue has reached such a point that developer Activision has taken legal action against 2 hack makers. After the case was reviewed by a judge, it was ruled that the 2 hack makers now owe Activision $3 million each. Do you think this will impact Call of Duty, or will nothing change?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Hey there, Chuck Hart. If you are like me, you can't afford to lose 30% of your 401k or IRA again, right? You need to call Oxford Gold. Secure your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver. It's a portfolio protection plan. At Oxford Gold, they've made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call. You pick your precious metals. That's it. Call Oxford Gold today to learn more about the 1, 2, 3 protection plan. 833-899-GOLD. 833-899-GOLD. That's 833-899-4653.
One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. Hint, the name begins with a G. And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability, so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUSboost.com.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SIMPLE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SIMPLE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SIMPLE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At American Oak, we've overfilled our warehouse. We have a huge problem. There is more inventory than the newly built warehouse can hold, so we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off. This Thursday through Saturday, 3 big days, we're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale. Bring the decision maker, tape measure, and a trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices. Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website. It's first come, first available. Don't miss the biggest furniture sale the River Region has ever seen at American Oak and more.
Hey, Miss Jody.
Hey, Cody from the Rusting Outlet at American Oak. We have a huge problem.
We have more inventory than the new warehouse will hold.
So we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off.
This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 big days, we're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale.
Now bring the decision maker, tape measure, and trailer. These items won't last long at this low prices.
Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website.
Don't miss the biggest furniture sell-off the River Region has ever seen. The Rusting Furniture Outlet at American Oak and more.
Hey, this is Randy and Tammy Burkhalter at Prattle Farm Center.
Hey, Randy, tell me about those hot chicks I've been hearing about.
Now, Tammy, I don't know any since we got married.
No, Randy, the baby chick.
Oh, yeah, we're getting Rhode Island Reds, Americanas, Buff Orpingtons, and about 10 different varieties.
Plus ducks, turkeys, geese, and guineas.
Hey, and raising chickens is a great family project.
And you get to look forward to fresh eggs.
Visit Prattville Farm Center at 1154 South Memorial Drive and pick up your hot chicks today.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. That Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. They're nice when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver," unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Navage, NAV.
Oh, Nira.
Healthy life.
Trustworthy,
Nero.
reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com.
The king of queens.
Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
Telling it like it really is. It's the
That's
Dan
the
Bongino
fact.
Show.
Yes.
It's from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay. Okay. We're back. We're here. You know, Zeke's driving these days, right? Okay, I'm not ready to let him out there on the street by himself at the moment, but we're driving from school every day. Come from school, I pick him up, and he gets in the driver's seat, and getting better every day, So congratulations to him for not being a wimp like I was when I tried to learn how to drive. I was kind of a wuss. The tears. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Some of the most unusual manners and unusual things for a 15-year-old. I wanted to buy him a new iPad with it a couple of times. He said, "I don't need a new iPad." Yeah, that's iPad 7 years old. He said, "Yeah, but it's still working." I said, "Right on." Okay. So I know it'll be good at it's something he really, really needs, really wants. And so I wouldn't mind getting him brand new tennis shoes and all that stuff. know, maybe it's just good training or not. I'm not. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. The clock in the hall says 6:41 in the morning. It is time for the word of the day, the legal word of the day, and lessons of life. The legal word of the day is preemptory challenge. Now, have you ever heard this word? Well, this is what it means. A district court may grant each side in a civil or criminal trial the right to exclude a certain number of prospective jurors without cause or giving a reason, such as getting fired in Alabama. They just come to the door and say, hey, we're going a different way. We're not taking you with us. What does that mean? Okay, yeah, you know what that means. That means you can't. Oh, they don't have to explain to you. They don't do anything like that to you. They just can your butt. Okay, I've been worried about that for years. But not anymore. But I just been worried about that. You know what I'm about. I feel that's certain other things. Anyway, so preemptory challenge. A district court may grant each side in a civil or a criminal trial the right to exclude a certain number of prospective jurors without cause or even giving a reason. If you see Charlie down on the backyard one day, you know, now you see him on the jury, hey, you better cut him loose. Whatever the case may be. And there's a problem when it comes to social media and things like that. You got to do all kinds of things online. Well, you know what? You look at it, we're trying to find out what you be like, the things that you say. You're going to try to do, and they're going to help you. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So it ain't good to put everything out there. All right, lesson of life. You know, we all are concerned about at least one thing in our life. We all are. None of us want to fail. None of us want things that you do not. None of us want to fail. But inevitably, you will fail at something in life. Now, when that happens, not if it happens, when that happens, what you going to do about it? I'm going to sit back there and say, well, I failed because of this, or I failed because of that, or I failed because of this, or he made me do it, I didn't get enough sleep, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, you know, what you going to do about it? Right? I mean, really? Okay. Are you just going to make excuses for it? Because that's what I hear now in our society. We have a lot of people fail, especially in our public schools. We have people failing not because they're failures, but because we refuse to hold each other accountable, and we refuse to hold people to a higher standard in our culture today. Who brought that on? I don't know. But it's here, and it seems like it's here to stay. But we all, me, you, we all will fail at something. I got a few failures. Matter of fact. Let me tell you the thing about failure. And if you think about it in its right perspective, you can knock it off, pick the dust off your feet, and keep on moving. Failure is not your enemy. Okay? It is your teacher. How many times have you failed at something, and every time you fail, you get better at it? Because failure teaches us what we shouldn't do. Okay? When you fail at something, take a look at what you've been doing. Adjust or change your approach until you achieve your objective. Again, failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Okay? I don't worry about a guy that fails. I worry about a guy that quits. Okay? Again, failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. And that right there is a lesson of life of this day, which is March the 9th, 2023. Right? Preemptory challenge. A district court may grant each side in a civil or criminal trial the right to exclude a certain number of prospective jurors without cause or even giving a reason. All right? It is March the 9th. It is the 68th day of the year. It was on this day in 1933 that Congress called into special session at Franklin Roosevelt and its 100 days after passing the New Deal legislation. 1796, the future emperor of the French, Napoleon Bonaparte, married Josephine de something. Must have been trying to mess up her name. Okay, they later divorced. In 1841, the U.S. Supreme Court in the United States versus Armistead ruled 7-1 in favor of a group of illegally enslaved Africans who were captured off the U.S. coast after seizing control of the Spanish schooner. By Armistead, the justice ruled that the Africans should be set free. During the Civil War, ironclad USS Monitor and CSS Virginia from the USS Merrimack clashed for 5 hours withdrawal at Hampton Roads, Virginia. The year was 1916. More than 400 Mexican raiders led by Pancho Villa attacked Columbus, New Mexico, killing 18 Americans during the First World War. Germany declared war on Poland also. In 1935, the animated cartoon character Porky the Pig first appeared in the Warner Brothers animated short I Haven't Got a Hat. During World War II, U.S. B-29 bombers began launching incendiary bomb attacks against Tokyo, resulting in an estimated 100,000 deaths. For people who want to go to war. Like the Ukraine. 1954, CBS Newsman Edward R. Moore critically reviewed Wisconsin Senator Joseph R. McCarthy's anti-communism campaign on kidnapping. 1964 was the year the U.S. Supreme Court in New York Times Company versus Sullivan raised the standard for public officials to prove they had been liable in their official capacity by news organizations. 1976 was the year I was a cable car in the Italian ski resort of Cavallese fell some 700 feet to the ground when supporting line snapped, killing 43 people. 1977. I was just turning 20 years old, trying to figure out my way. I was at Fort Leonard, Missouri, lost in the woods. But while I was doing that, about a dozen armed Hanifa Muslims invaded 3 buildings in Washington, D.C., killing 1 person and taking more than 130 people hostages. The siege ended 2 days later. They must have heard I was coming. 1989, the Senate rejected President George H.W. Bush's nomination of John Tower to be the defense secretary by a vote of 53 to 47. The next day, Bush got Wyoming Representative Dick Cheney, who went on to win an unanimous Senate approval. 1997, gangster rapper, the notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace is his real name, was killed in a still unsolved drive-by shooting in Los Angeles. He was only 24 years old. What else happened here? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. 14 years ago, President Barack Obama, has been that long, lifted George W. Bush era limits on using federal dollars in embryonic stem cell research. 9 years ago, the search continued for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, a Boeing 777 that had gone down missing the day before while over South China Sea, with 239 people aboard. The plane was never found. 5 years ago, a combat veteran who'd been expelled from the treatment program at California Veterans Home fatally shot 3 mental health workers before taking his own life. Weeks after the shooting that left 17 people dead at a Florida high school, Governor Rick Scott signed a school safety bill that included new restrictions on guns, which is prompting the lawsuit from the National Rifle Association. The bill raised to 21 the minimum age to buy rifles and created a program enabling some teachers and other school employees to carry guns. I'm all for that one. They need to protect themselves. You know, kind of be hypocritical to take a guy in the military at 17 and tell everybody else you can't throw a gun until you're 21. So, okay, we get that. Okay. So, what else? Oh, one more thing. A Kentucky neighbor of U.S. Senator Rand Paul, Renee Boucher, pleaded guilty to a federal charge of tackling the lawmaker in an attack. His attorney said he was triggered by a dispute over lawn maintenance. Boucher served 30 days, a 30-day prison sentence. Yeah. I didn't understand that. Okay, that's good. I'm not talking to you. Okay. That's good. We'd like to get into it. There's probably somebody in Juga in California right now listening. Okay. Hope you're getting Jim Matters. Anyway, it's 6:52 in the morning. What national day is it today? Well, you'll be pleased to know that it is National Pizza Day. The cheesy dish went from a niche culture meal to a star of the show. Brazil Carnival. I haven't been to Brazil, but I heard it's a good place to go. It is Chocolate Day. Everything tastes better with chocolate. Okay, I would do a lot of things, but not everything. So, today is your day. If you've never had chocolate, to explore the intricate delicacy of our culture. Okay, I'm just saying. International Winter Bike to Work Day, which means that today, leave your car in the garage and ride your bike to work. Okay, I guess that would be. I mean, if you live in Prattville, you can still make it. And just take the back roads, can't go on the freeway, but you can still make it. And just tell the freighter today you are coming in a little late. National Bagel and Lox Day. I'm not exactly sure what a bagel is. It's a bread something. And National Cut the Cord Day. Embrace affordability, flexibility, and convenience today. Cut the cord. Go out on your own. Handle your business. National Develop Alternative Vices Day. Discover and enjoy new and alternative activities on National Develop Alternative Vices Day. And National Owen Day. If your name happens to be Owen, which is not that familiar of a name, but happy day for you. National Toothache Day. Now, nobody really wants to participate in this one, and I don't know where that came from, but they are not worth celebrating, but we can learn to stop toothache for good. Okay, if they say so. Oh, read in the bathtub today. In other words, there's no time. I mean, there's two places in the house that you can read without being interfered with: the bathtub and the throne. I mean, so I would say it's read in the bathtub / on the throne day. So while you're in there cogitating, think about the events of the world, either in the bathtub or next to the bathtub on the throne. It's your day. Okay. Have a good read. Okay. Scout Sabbath Day. Put on your uniform and get ready to honor Shabbat with all the information that you need. Yeah. Saint Maroon Day. Never heard of him, but I know it's a Catholic guy. We got anything else? That's it. Right there. So not too many days today, but all the ones that were there. Okay, I like reading the bathtub on the throne day. Okay. Oh, and Pizza Pie Day. Yeah, let's celebrate America's all-time favorite foods, pizza pie. All right, so those are the two ones I like. You can do about the pizza day. National. My name's not Owen, so I don't care about them. Okay, but if your name is Owen, hey, we celebrate you today. Okay? Owen, have an Owen day. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise. It is 6:55 in the morning. Everything we can talk about today. One of the things, if I get a chance to get into it in the 8 o'clock hour, is the mayor's. Well, not the mayor. The governor's wants a one-time cash rebate back to Alabamians of $400 now and $800 per family. So I looked at the legislature when she mentioned that, and what really bothered me with those guys, that should have been a standing ovation for the people of Alabama to get some of their money back, since they do take a lot of it in taxes. And you realize that they almost had to be pushed to even acknowledge what the governor said. I mean, I'm not an Ivy fan, but every once in a while, everybody can say something good. And I think getting $800 back for a family, $400 back for a tax-paying citizen, it's a good thing. I mean, those guys should have it. I gotta go find the audio, the video of that again, and see which one of Alabama's representatives down there, did Reed Ingham clap his hand? Did Kenyatta clap his hand? Did Miss the new woman, did Tashina Norris clap her hands? Huh? Did Kevin Hatcher? Did Hatcher clap his hands? Well, we don't see. So I'm going to look it up. Now, who's Penny McClammon? Who didn't clap her hands? I like Penny McClammon. I don't know if I'm going to like the voting, but we'll see. I'll check it out. Now, listen. The Kelvin Lawrence clap his hands. How about Chris Sale? He clapped his hands. We're going to find out. Okay? How can you not be on board with giving people their money back, okay, on a one-time deal? At one point here lately, eggs were like $8 for 12 eggs. All because of these legislators and these edicts that come down. Why can you not clap on that for the government? The doggone straight. I'm putting it this way. If somebody came to you today and said, here's $400, would you turn it down? Of course not. So how in the world did all of these people not want to clap your hand for the government on that? Okay, I'm just saying. Even a broke clock right twice a day. I'm just saying. In honor of my good friend, Roberta Franklin. This is her son. We'll be back.
California has been released with shovel
your children must have information on the resident in Washington. CBS is not visiting significant data with the U.S. and Seattle, U.S. DC
I'm still wearing 8 hats. Well, you have to thing other than that? Yeah. Yeah, that was. I got. What's that you call them? When you get that number for it? When you get that number for it? No. I just saying, I'm going to help a brother out.
Part of what we do here is help Kevin inspire each other to bring him.
I can use some inspiration periodically.
And ask about our express shipping option. We'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. See money in this little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 711-60. Now, that's 711-60.
I just figure out what I need. I need a tripod. That's my camera in this place here. It's so far away. Yeah, right there. If I didn't go down there, people think I'm looking down on the floor. See all you You're short. What can I tell you? That's big. I wasn't looking at the ceiling. People been complaining. All right. Yeah, that is good. Hey, where's your arm on the 17 somewhere? You need to put it in. I really need to put it in that right there. Yeah. So I got to get something. All right, guys. Well, look at it. So what do you do best? Career coach. I'm more about what's right. But 2 people told me this week. You know, the problem with sometimes it takes a long time. I've given people cards and a year later they post. A year later, that card? I broke down too. Yeah, my son, he worked in football. They told him, just keep telling him. Because sooner or later, when you get so far down, when you get tired of being tired, you'll
kind of one, break flop.
It is. Are you from Montgomery?
Right. Grew up with Leningrad, and then went to here for a year, and finished off with college.
So what's wrong with your, what's wrong with our school system now?
First of all, they took prayer out of school.
Well, no, they didn't take prayer out of school. They said government could not lead. Well, they wanted to lead school, yeah, true. I'm just trying to figure out, and lead just reminds me of plane, just wait for something to hit. But when they make it where people go to public school, right? And you would think that that would give them the motivation to be the best they can be. But we give everybody what they do. Right. No. It does, but in home, nobody cares about that when they send you to jail, what your mom and daddy didn't teach you. They think these are the rules here. These are the ones you're going to follow. They don't care. They don't hear your sob story and all that crap. I don't think the teachers got to be that hard. But they need to understand that people need to understand, you know, whatever happens home, you still stop. We'll help you. Because we help your life. You have to help. We'll help you.
Sometimes the home needs some help too.
Yeah. You ever lived in any place else?
No, sir, I never lived in a place that I always been in Montgomery my whole life.
How do you know? How do you know?
I'm 42.
Live someplace else.
Well, if this is where God has him, I mean.
Well, that's true. But the problem is, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. My wife was trying to move out of this place for a long time. Can't get out there with me. And
y'all would try to move out of town too.
Now, this is a place, Montgomery is a place for older people. Ain't got nothing to do, got a little change in there, everybody never do it, just might well stay right here where the prices are low.
Right.
The young folks, I would I gotta get this second. You're right. Oh yeah, touchdown. Reverend Elkins is here. Okay, I'm not gonna play that. I'm not even gonna play that. Okay, I can be the mayor of the airways without any retribution, but I don't think I can be reverend without any retribution. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that to the people who are the reverends out there. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine, folks. I'm Kevin Elton, and my guest, it's the second Thursday of the month. And who we get to the second Thursday of the month? We got my good friend John Bowman, who is the Chief Executive Officer, I think that's what they call it. You know, I've never been that sophisticated. Hope Inspired Ministries, otherwise known as HIM, okay? Which is a great organization, as a matter of fact. There are a lot of organizations talk. We're wondering where they're walking the walk at, but there's no doubt about it that what Hope Inspired Ministries does is a blessing for lots of people. Sometimes you don't even know when you're being blessed, if you are. Okay, I'm just saying, give them a call. So if you got somebody out there that needs a little help, a little direction on, and even if you're down to your last dime and ain't nothing else in your pocket, there's always somebody out there willing to help you. It's a guiding willing to help you. You just got to be willing to. Anyway, Now I'll leave this up to them. Now today I got John Bowman's with me, and we also brought a guest with him this morning, Mr.
Jay Taylor.
Jay Taylor. Jay, what do you do in local fight ministry?
I'm a career coach.
Come a little closer right now. Act like you're hollering at the lady. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm a career coach.
And what is a career coach?
What we do is we teach curriculum to the students that's in curriculum. We teach them the math skills. We teach them skills, how to act on the job, and how to, how important it is to be punctual, coming in on time, being accountable, how to work well with others, and how to just deal with work situations when they come about.
Mm-hmm. What is the most challenging aspect of what you do? Because the things you just told me, I figure that's common sense.
Right.
But it ain't so common.
Yeah, common sense is not so common sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you have people, it's pretty easy to get a job, but to keep that job is kind of hard because they don't know how to maybe cope with different people. Because you're working with different people, everybody's not the same. So you got to deal with different ethnicity, different backgrounds, people who speak differently, people who sometimes just don't interact with the people that you interact with. So it kind of clash with them when they're not understanding each other. So we try to teach them, how to act with one another. And
so Martin Luther King once said, "Well, we may came over on different ships, but we're in the same boat now."
Right.
So people don't understand they're in the same boat?
No, because I was once one of those people. I was once didn't know how to act, didn't understand other cultural backgrounds. So I had to be taught. Sometimes I learned the hard way, and sometimes I learned the easy way. So
we all got some of that in our me too. Okay, John. Good morning.
Good morning. Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You guys just had a graduation the other day.
We did.
And at my old church over there, Vaughn Park. Is that what most of them gonna take care of from now on?
No, we rotate around to varying churches. My friend went to Jay's church, Better Covenant Ministries, last year, one of the graduation, but we take it around. We're, as you know, heavily volunteer driven, so we get volunteers from a lot of churches, and Vaughn Park is one of those who support us, and they actually bring meals once a week. And you prompted me to remember that as today's National Pizza Day, which not the last time, but the time before you brought pizza.
I brought pizza, yeah.
But Vaughn Park Church of Christ is a phenomenal church. But we went there for a graduation last year, and then we came again this year to that church as well. But it was a phenomenal graduation. 6, and this was one of Jay's classes that he taught. But 6 powerful graduates graduated and actually shared their story. It's on Facebook. If you go check it out and scroll over to the student stories, but very powerful. But just to show some of the difficulties.
Now, is that a website or a Facebook page?
Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook. Inspired Ministries Facebook page.
Okay.
But a lot of the barriers that our students face, they started with close to 50 who had signed up for the class. And day one of class, they had 21 students in the seats and graduated 6. So that's 30%.
What is the impediment to people not finishing? If you're down on your luck, why would you quit? Why would you get out of it? What's the impediment? Why? You start with 50 people, you end up with 6. That's like a ranger school. I could see that. Junk school. I could see that. I can't see that.
We talk all the time about barriers, and someone. We're not talking about young children. A lot of our students may be 40 or 50 years old, where they've been stuck in this rut, and it's hard to change that lifestyle. And that's imperative to those that we talk into coming. And then you mentioned Google listening to you. There's so many influences out there that direct them from wanting to get better. And we know that to be Satan. Satan is the master of lies, and he will begin to lie to the students and talk them out of wanting to get better in life, which is ultimately what God wants in their life. So that's why a lot of them don't make it there. And then, once they get there, having that structure and accountability in their life, naturally we don't always want that, even though that's what we need to get better. I'll let Jay talk about, since this class was so recent, maybe some of the barriers, if he remembers some of them. But I know a lot of them are just like the employers tell us, no call, no show. They just don't show up, and that's because, they're going back home to their life situations. But Jay, you want to talk about any in particular that you may have seen this past class?
Well, we have, I have one student that I remember that he's back this class. He didn't finish the last class, but he's back this class.
And that's a good point, because just because you don't make it
doesn't mean you can't come back.
Right. Okay. That's
So,
you do some really great.
Yeah. So he was doing well the first class and coming in, being assertive, on time. But as we go through the program, when we start the program, we give them an initial drug test, drug screen, and we ask them to be drug free during the program. So everybody's doing well. So we pop up a random drug screen. This young man, he didn't pass. He, he failed the drug test, and we had to kick him out. And he was a good student, good kid, but he just going back to the same environment, and he was being influenced by loved ones in the house, and it caused him to step back and indulge in the things he shouldn't have, and it ended up causing him walking across the stage with his student.
But let me ask you, when I go to the hospital, I expect to see sick people.
Yes, sir.
They there to get repaired or fixed. Is it fair if they got an issue and they kind of get off the wagon for a second there? But that's why they there, right? That's why we got them there, so we can help them. Explain it, why is it so important that I don't visit my past?
Because if you visit your past, you'll never get into your future. You never know what your future holds. So if you keep living in the past, you'll never be able to move forward. And that's why we hold them accountable for those things, because if you get on somebody's job or even in life situation, you don't want to have to step back. You always be in that hole trying to dig your way out. And that's where we come in. We try to help them see the light and get out that hole, leave that lifestyle behind them. No matter who it is, whatever distraction it is, we're trying to get you to look past those distractions, move past those distractions, so you can live a better life, not just on the workforce, but in the world, period.
Yeah. And add to that, and it was a good point, that if they have a relapse or if they revert back, because we do let them come in positive for drugs, but we do give them that second test and do a final one before we put them on a job, because we want to make sure that they're ready for employment. But last class, I had one of my old high school mates that relapsed, and he was in the program twice. And while their numbers maybe a low graduation rate, it's indicative to the problems they face, but we never send them out without a next step. And I mentioned before about the Foundry, which is a Christ-centered addiction treatment program, and I was able to talk him into going and actually took him to the Foundry. So that's a good point that Jay brought up, and we do try, if they do get dismissed, we try to get them into the next class. I think they have like 4 in the current class that were in previous classes.
Right.
Okay, let's see who's on the phone right quick. Good morning, you're there. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Well, you have to do it. You have to do it in the right way, and I always tell them trash in equals trash out. But that the kids are doing, and Jesus in the Bible, he met people where they were, and we have to do the same thing. We meet individuals. Well, let me tell you, from telling many kids about doing that, I have passed by many as well, because it's, you know, you got to pick the right opportunity in the right moment, you know, to make that correction.
I should have. This is how you pick up the phone. This is how you call the president of the university and make your knowledge, make them knowledgeable, just in case they didn't care. Yeah. Well, sometimes I do talk to them, but it, yeah, I'm with you. I feel you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, God didn't say be a fool.
Yes, and you know, to add to that, I got one particular person in my own life that you know does the things that you just mentioned, and I've been praying and, you know, seeking the right opportunity to address that. And if you're around a bunch of other, right. Hmm.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let somebody else call. Yeah, somebody wanna. You got me, lost me on that one. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Mr. Willie. Yeah, excellent point, Willie. And a matter of fact, I'm leaving here with another one of our career coaches who was actually a graduate of our program, and we're going to speak to some students. We're leading the devotion, and I'm going to, you know, lead in, but then she's going to talk about some of the barriers that she had in her own life and how she came around. But we've had numerous groups to come to the campus and do a serve day. But I love when our students talk to them, because we'll have some young students that'll, you know, have been where they are and made the wrong decisions, the wrong choices, and it took them down the path where they needed assistance. But it is a blessing to them to serve others. And a matter of fact, I don't know the date. A group of high school students from Trinity, that's where we're going today. They're coming to lead devotion. So, you know, they're coming and seeing the students, and they're actually doing a fundraiser for them as well, called Change for Change, where they're raising change and then donating it to Hope Inspired Ministry. So it's a powerful moment when kids come and serve others. God made us to serve others, and if you want a blessing, you have to be a blessing.
Okay, our guest is one from Hope Inspired Ministry. If you know some kids that are not kids, but grown folk out there, there's no age limit. If you're breathing and still can walk, there's a chance that you can change things. But you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be dedicated to the proposition. It's more than making an excuse for failure. You've got to, you know, they ain't never been a lesson taught that didn't cost. It's gonna cost you something. But in this case, it's your time and your willingness to make a change. And this is where him comes in. Hope Inspired Ministry. John Bowman's with us, and we got Jay, and he's the career coach. He's probably going to be one of the people you see if you come over there. But I'll get the number when we come back. John Bowman is the executive director of that thing over there, that place. So they got a bunch of campuses, right? We got
8 different locations right now. 8 different locations, 5 different campuses. But Lowndes has 3 locations. They have a main campus, and we have 2 inside the 2 high schools. And then Foundry and Bessemer has two sites. One in Bessemer and one in Fort. And of course, we've got one in Birmingham, Montgomery, and DYF.
We'll be back right after this. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know. I don't sing that kind of music.
Well, they need to see, his pastor is one of our volunteers, Pastor Cruz. But he's a phenomenal communicator. But he's right down the road too. If you ever visit another church.
Yeah, I'm always visiting another church.
Yeah. It's right there by the zoo.
Except the one. Now I don't like the churches where you go in the daytime, you come out in the nighttime. Yeah, yeah. The good Lord said there's a time and a place for all things. Right. Time to come in, time to get out.
They stick to the schedule.
Well, yeah, they stick to the spirit, but we don't get out of there. We don't be 12 when we get in there, and 6 when we leave. So we get in there. Church starts at 11:30. We get out at about 1 o'clock. We go.
That's 2 hours, man.
That's an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. You can do hour and a half. A football game lasts long.
I don't watch them. I come in on the second half of every game. I never watch a full football game. It's boring.
Well, the second half is about 2 hours.
For who?
Second half is the best half.
Ain't no 2 hours. I don't watch that whole one either.
How long is it?
I don't know, because I never watch.
It ain't short an hour and a half.
I listen on the radio. I don't really care about watching them. And I certainly ain't going to sit in nobody's cold stadium and watch a game. Getting cold for free. No.
I always picture, watch it on TV, see Green Bay playing, and it's like -0, and you sit there right there. I'm like, God.
And most of them won't go to church. I said, y'all can sit out here. Y'all can sit out here in this cold weather. Not me, brother.
News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it.
Yeah.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during time.
Yeah, I think it was Montgomery County that came yesterday. I was in Birmingham.
I was there, but I didn't know what school it was. High school.
Oh no, he's been stolen. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor.
So does the city of Montgomery or the county of Montgomery assist you guys at all?
The individually, the councilman, and some of the county commissioners.
I mean, there are very few nonprofit organizations that have a conspicuous and obvious impact on. I mean, we see them when it's time to ask for money, but other than that, you say, what are y'all do again? A lot of just. I mean,
you get. I spoke to another county the other day about a program. It was a church that was interested in bringing us. I went and spoke to their church. But I told them, and I've told some others, these coming from the city background, it's worth it to invest into nonprofits. That's low hanging fruit. Mm-hmm. They'll come in and, you look at effective ways to lower crime, effective ways to make the community better. Well, it takes those individuals who go out and help prepare those people. We did just get the panhandling grant, and I know Jay and some other career coaches went out the other day. Again, but like you said, they got to be willing. But to go out, and if you can change one life, that one person may be responsible for 20 crimes. So you're doing twofold. A, they're not going to do 20 more, but B, they're going to be working and contributing to society. So it's there's a ripple effect of preparing an individual. Not to mention, you prepare one life, he's going to change someone else, and that's our number one improvement method is student preparing students.
So when's the next class begin?
April 24th.
Yeah, I got a little while to get people in there then.
So good oral health is
Okay.
really there. Take care of
I have to remember that I'm
brushing them with a smear
with the company now, so I gotta push it.
You're bored, man. Now.
That's right. Whatever that means.
Well, yeah, you know, board members kind of like me. They just go around and, you know, just tell all the good things they do. Try to refer some students to them. We can clean them up.
Yeah.
Or God can clean them up using them, but it's a matter of getting them
Join
in there
Sean
to get clean.
Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese and Russian. Here's Joe Biden on News Radio 1440.
If you want to give us a call, 860-1440 is our number here. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we all, you know, in our solitude, in our moments, we all wonder, you cannot look at the world today and not wonder how we got here. But more importantly, we don't really have to wonder what we can do, because Hope Inspired Ministry needs a lot of assistance. You can volunteer, you can bring a meal once a month, once every month, however you want to do it. Some of these people who come to the program, they don't get a regular meal on a regular basis. Our next class starts April the 24th, and which means that it would be nice to have what we need in already lined up, you know, for each week, each day, whatever the case may be. And you can do that by calling or going to the website. I guess it's Hope Inspired Ministry Facebook page. But do you have a website, a Facebook page? It stays up there for a day, then it keeps going down.
HopeInspiredMinistries.org is a webpage, and you can actually sign up to be a student on there.
Okay.
There's a tab for that, but you can also sign up to be a volunteer. And you know, we have many volunteers each and every day. I'm 44. That's how I came to the organization through being a mentor, which is a volunteer, and also was a classroom speaker. So we have, like Trey said, he every day with other career coaches, but then we have outside professionals that have come in. We've had business owners, we've had some pastors. We've got Jay's pastor, Andre Prude, comes in, speaks to the students, but it's kind of a reinforcement from the outside. We have mock interviewers that come in and practice, they practice what Jay's taught and see how they do in the real interview. But we had some mock interviewers come in and interview students and turn around and hire them. So it's helping the students out, but we've had individuals come in and get some employees.
Good morning, you're on air. Good morning.
Yep. When someone does ask these in the heart, I mean, God clearly tells us that He sends that help. That's the Holy Spirit that does help you. And we've had several, and it's not a requirement for them to ask Jesus in the program. We do model Jesus, and Jesus met individuals that they were. And then I think that's like the previous time where we were, listening, having someone listen to some bad music. We've had students come in first, and that's meeting them where they are. We'll address it. But it's a wrong behavior that they picked up at home. Even some new believers, they've still got some old tendencies. I remember Tony Evans. remember Tony Evans put it one time and said that if Ford manufacture a motor company and shut it down today, there'd be Fords driving for forever. That's the same way with the Sim factory. You can shut it down, but there's still some of those things.
I think, like my guest is John Bowman and Jay Hager. And Jay is from Hope Inspired Ministry. They're 32 to come on and talk. And listen, if you don't need them, that's cool. But if you know somebody that can use the expertise and their hearts, because you got to have a heart to do this. I mean, I don't, it's kind of like, I don't know, picking up dog poop. I mean, I like dogs, but I don't want to pick up the poop. I don't want to pick up the poop. But they don't mind picking up the poop. They'll get in there. They'll whatever length they must go within reason. They will help your child, your husband, your wife, whoever it is. We all got issues. We all have one of the issues. And I will say though, now there's certainly less people begging money on the streets now. Are they all in class?
we hope so. Jay and some of the graduates went out recruiting on the street here before this class, so we hope that's the case.
Okay. So the next class starts on 24th of April. So does that mean between now and then people can sign up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they can do it online.
They can do it online, or they can call the office at 649-4330. 649-4330. If they're just curious, if they come by, I've seen them come by out of curiosity before and talk to Jay or one of the other career coaches. And, one of the greatest things that they see and that they feel is they feel valued, they feel loved, they feel hope. And if they come by out of curiosity, they're probably going to come to the next class because once they can feel at home. And that's the secret sauce of what they do. Just like this gentleman, you hang around Jesus, he changes you.
I've often said that one of my lessons in life is that I have the sayings every morning because it's like running a mile. You can sit at home and watch Usain Bolt and all these people run a mile. When you run that mile, you don't have a clue what it takes. You just think you do. So what I bring that in because you guys need these people. It's not only their talent, their contribution, but their ability to inspire. Because we all have a story. And the only difference between me, you, and the guy that's on the street is that somewhere along the line, the good Lord guided me to someplace else, and I found me where I was. Because to tell you the honest God truth, I had to go back to that Army student office that day. I don't know where I'd be. I would probably just be getting out of jail. Because I was lost. I didn't know what. I was a heathen. At 17, I didn't know what a heathen something like that.
Well, I thought Paul and Timothy and Timothy had not. Paul shared his experience. I shared mine before on here. I've been 26 years of football, but before that, I had it in the law. But my errors, my mess ups, my past were not from my future. Share that very thing, but we have individuals now. The pastor that comes and students, but we had a good network. So there's many stories that people have out there that eventually that God wants to use for impact in terms of pushing over, just like today. Myself and Catherine, with our other career coach at the Lord, she can share her story with students. And we hope through that sharing of the story, because students not talking because we're going to have decisions that come from
1440 is our number here, and just to make the point, remember when they used to sell pinkers on the side of the street, on Sunday morning, you have to be there. And so one day we were headed to church, and the guy was I didn't have any money, no cash. I had coins, nothing like coins. It was my emergency cash fund. So end of the month when the money ran out, I got some coins. So anyway, this guy was selling that paper. And I didn't have time to count the stuff. I just put all the coins, just gave them to him for being out there. He told me sometime later, he said, I was going to quit that job. I was done with it. I wasn't making no money, but I was going to quit. But he said, because when I came by, he gave him all that money for that paper, it inspired him to stick with the job. But still, we never know when we're going to make a difference in people's lives. Now, what we do may be small to us, but it was to me that man. But to him, it was a difference between giving up, giving out, or staying and keep pressing on. And so don't take what you think are insignificant experiences with you. You know, it'll be a shame to leave this earth and never make a difference. If you keep here for 60, 70 years, and not reach out and touch out. So no matter how insignificant you think your life is being, the fact that you have lived the life is a testimony to you still being here. And so you guys can use people to come on and just talk to the kids. When I say kids, they're not really kids. People.
Like you gave that guy selling papers with Facebook.
Yeah.
You see Jay and other people, and especially for the men, he goes into another man and says he's proud of him. He's never heard that. So it's powerful for not hope. But then you have some others that have been through some experiences. They're not there now. That gives them hope. So there's not much way in giving them the hope dealers. So we give them hope every day. We give them hope. It's Jesus force it.
And another thing, you guys need people to come over and mentor with some people. You know, we don't need you to move in the house with you, but you know, there's something to see in a familiar face. You know, somebody that believes in you and stuff like that. Something, and I've been guilty of. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
God made us born up. And so yes, we're open to the community that student community. At 60, we've had some 60, but this is to those who are working or right with God. We all are created to grow. If you want better in life, let me tell you, start mentoring. And I tell you all the time, I started as a mentor, thinking that I'm fixing to pour into this guy, I help this guy. Little did I know God was going to help me. And God started growing me through that process and growing me to a better place in my own life. It was helpful to those students. And it is huge for the student to have a mentor, someone that further along the man that can come in and explain to them, speak life into them, speak open to them, encourage them. But it's good for I got to the point where others come in and tell them, hey, look, with full disclosure, I'm getting more out of this than you are probably. Because I don't know if you have any mentor stories that you want to share.
Well, not even, it's not mental stories that we just looking for. That's why I mentioned it. We have, knowing that I'm here for somebody, I was told, I was working on a opportunity to therapeutic community. You know, I'm getting over the rest of my life, God, that you can do the rest of it, because before doing this, I was just working jobs. And that was just a job. But you are really doing this is career, this is what God wanted to do, and I really enjoy it. I don't wake up a day thinking, I ain't going today. And but other jobs in the past, I like, man, I'm not going today. But I look forward to coming to work every morning, helping people, seeing their faces, and hearing their stories, being able to be an influence in their lives. They don't know it, but they helping me as well.
And I'll tell you something. Living in Montgomery since '91, there's a constant theme to this city, to this state, and that theme always has something to do with color. Always got something to do with what happened years ago. Well, what a way to impact this city when people can look out and see they got nothing to do with color. We are all here to help one another, not just talk the talk, but to walk the walk. And I'm just saying, there are so many great relationships in Montgomery between our races that we never hear about. All we hear about is the one that got away. You know, I had him on the hook and he was ready to go. I know, where's he at? Well, he got away. We'll never know if he got away, but I'm going to take your word for it. But we really can pour into other people. And I've got to do a better job of doing that. Problem is, he's 60-some years old, you got a 16-year-old. So it's kind of tough on the brother.
It's life experience, Kevin, that we want to tap into and use.
Yeah, I know it is. But anyway, I am proud to be associated with Open Spot Ministries. I don't normally I used to didn't normally volunteer and come out free food. Most of the time. But when you talk to these kids, and they're not all, I'm saying kids, but basically wherever I go now, everybody's a kid. So I mean, you know, but it just really, and they help us. They help us. There's nobody that can go in there and have accomplished anything that won't feel motivated to do more. Because, and listen, and let's not judge people. There are a lot of people who got, you know, the difference. I said the difference between most people in jail and the ones that ain't. You know what the difference is?
The choice of the few.
And when you get caught.
Right.
When you get caught. I mean, I got
the caught and uncaught.
And the uncaught. I mean, I got a guy here that made it to the highest ranks of police over there almost. And even he did some dirty stuff back in the day. So we all got something that we can be thankful for. But Open Spot Ministries, him, is an organization that, you know, if you're not doing, especially we got so many retirees around here from the military, you got a check coming in. I mean, you got time. You don't have to work and then keep you young, you know. And when somebody walks up to you and tell you, you know what you did for me, what you said to me, made me change my mind. What other repayment can you possibly have? Take one more call, then we'll take a break and we'll come back in the end of the show. Good morning, who's this? Hey, Steve.
Yeah, and you know, my 26 years of police department, and God really grew me into where I am today. And you take the hardest criminal out there, the baddest dude out there, he is no different than all of us. We were created to be loved and encouraged. And I've seen some dudes that you talked about that don't mind dying. You get them out one-on-one and you start speaking love and value and encouraging them and pointing out the good things in their life. It changes them. And that's what they're getting from the street. You know, they feel valued. It's just the wrong value. So if you pull them out one-on-one, and that's the key to it, is to get them out one-on-one because they want to feel valued, just like all of us.
I'll take a break. We'll be back. Open Spot Ministries. What's that number again if anybody's interested in one?
649-4330. 649-4330.
Yeah, a lot of kids, they feel like they don't have nothing to live for because they run on the life. You know. And then sometimes we have kids that really just don't fit, you know.
And you know,
just don't care.
And they want to
they want to be a part of something. And, if a child age like teenagers, they want to be a part of something. It's real important, and sometimes they can get hungry. And they don't look at being small, making good grades. The things they see, they see that as food, but they don't think about the people. They how to take care of themselves legally. Yeah. So it's all I have to look over my shoulder.
That's all that's involved. He says kids, you take a 10-year-old kid, I'm the name the kid's gonna get a 45-year-old still need that.
Right.
And the latest fish teaching God teaching how to be a God.
Right.
That's my speech. They're following you where you live.
Man, they'll be getting a new prison guard now at $50,000 deal to start. And that's worth $60,000 now. That's what I'm talking about. So when I go put in for a job, Mr. Grant, state about. I saw a scale the other day. So what each state you need to make, you only have to work one job. And Alabama is $47,000. At least $47,000 a year. It will put you in the price. That will put you at least in survivability mode. So you don't have to work 2 or 3 jobs. When you work another job, somebody doing the job on you. You got to give people enough to miss if they lose it. He's paying a guy minimum wage here. Something you should have to work it's just a minimum amount of money. But also I believe in entrepreneurialism. I believe in capitalism is a tough thing. It's the best way. But this is one of the best. See a brother go down the street, driving a Bentley, working 2 hours a day, CEOs getting 14 times the money that the guy working around. Something about that seems unfair, but in actuality.
Well, I work together.
Yeah, dude, I
go to work tonight. So
not doing what you gotta
that's
do.
what I gotta do.
What's your other job? Wait a minute, I thought Walmart came up with a plan that they wouldn't use $25 more.
Well, we don't get to, but we prosecute $25 a year.
No, they only listen to me. They wrestle for stealing. Yeah, they know. Matter of fact, there's a lot of Walmarts now are leaving cities because they're still in the debt. But that's their problem. They don't want to say they ain't got prices. Let me see if I can get away with it. Tuskegee lost to Walmart one time. Tuskegee, they moved like they stole something. They on the night, they loaded all the trucks and we getting the hell out of here.
It was on the airfield and Birmingham and bus stop that 3 airfield. They had a Walmart and shut down.
We're still blind. You got Ray and his cousin working there behind the counter right there. Sooner or later they'll figure out that.
How you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
I have employees out. Yeah, I'm talking employees. Walking around with handcuffs. Yeah, what? He was working overnight. Like the whole morning, stepping up remodel. Space station. Big park.
But then on prosecutor, well, that's over $20.
Yeah, that was a felony case. Right?
And it fluctuates a lot of stuff. More than that.
Right. Yeah.
That's enough time to take it back.
This afternoon at 5
Okay, we're back. We don't have a whole lot of time left. So tell us one more time how they can reach you guys on openinspiredministries.org, the website. What's the phone number one more time?
The phone number is 649-4330. 649-4330.
649-4330.
I just said that before.
Oh, the voice was good.
Yeah. Anyway, John Bowman and James, I'll go back and see him. We'll be back next month, same time, same time. Good luck, that's the same. Guys, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you for serving on our board.
I'm getting them. I don't know. I never had no money. I never had no money going for it.
I think you can make it.
Oh, who's that guy?
Sponsored by Steel. Russia has launched its jet to the war across Ukraine. Correspondent Holly Williams is at the phone. So Ukraine is saying that at least 6 people were killed. They knocked out electricity to parts of the country. Knocked out power to a nuclear plant. That the regional plant has just been reconnected. This one took no ground. So the explosions, we were like 3 and 4 a.m., then it's 5 a.m., so we have to be off all night. President Zelensky called nation. North Korea has launched their short-range ballistic missile toward the Yellow Sea in China and the Korean Peninsula. Correspondent Captain McCormick reports. U.S. Indo-Pacific Command says it did not pose a threat to the U.S. or its allies. It was a short-range missile launched in Germany. The North Korean leader sister said he continued warming against the U.S. outside Korea to expand the military training. Because she didn't have she said there was a talking about within 15 minutes after dropping off the deep because of the his general flow. CPL will be on a telegram today. Captain Shaw is expected to apologize. Pointed on it. He's also expected to commit felony living community. Macy's, and the regulatory reports that unlike people are using goods of documents globally. And the case so user is glad for this corporate style. All the best of all resin is Paolo Purina. Some people in the can get working at 47 seasons of opportunity. Associate Nobody should have to pay for hotel insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual compromises with private insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance. My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not go on getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year. Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. It's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. You shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com. For a major designer ahead of the Oscars, doing every red carpet. On Sunday, don't leave it on display. Just days to go before the Academy Awards. Posted video of his sopping wet studio. You can save the jobs on social media. He's made a few dresses were ruined, but he didn't mention that any of them were Oscar films. One commenter said they could just picture Tim Gunn saying, Monica Rex, CBS News, the love begins with a little paper test out. Meeting Falconer, who created his story about a black and white kid in the movie of a picture as a Christmas gift for his niece, who he became a walking TV series. CBS News. Anybody ask you?
Okay, we're back. Say it, man. Oh yeah. Mm-mm-mm. 8-14-40. And you know, I was contemplating. Maybe I'll finish that. I think I'll finish that discussion we had yesterday. I'll finish that on tomorrow. Right now, let us take a couple other things that's going on because I was noticing the other night that the governor said she wanted to give each taxpayer $400 or family. You end up with we want to give you, we want to give us $800 for families. And I'm saying to myself, what's wrong with that? So I looked at most of the legislators, and they want. I would have. She deserved a standing ovation for that one. Somebody, and not, I don't know how sincere she was at it, or it was good political points to make, but somebody ought to care about the people who pay all the money to all these other people. I'm just saying, we might want to think about giving the money back. But I got to say, I looked through the video of that night of their of the speech, the State of the State and everywhere. And I didn't see a lot of Democrats on there. Matter of fact, to tell you the honest goodness truth, I didn't see a lot of Republicans on there clapping their hands. And I said, since when is it not courageous and preferable to give people back some of their money? I mean, some of those Republicans right there, I mean, they were looking around to see if anybody was looking. And you know how when the preacher say something in church, you don't really agree with it, but you look around and see anybody else is clapping, so you go like, well, just to make sure the camera's going that you got your hand clapping. Okay, there was no enthusiasm in the clapping when either Republican or Democrat when she said we need to get the money back. Now, I just wondered, so I would like to know what our local representatives are think about that. Maybe they can call us 860-1440, text me 274-3411. That's 274-3411. Some of our guys out there, you know, it's time out for them going down there making $50,000 a year and really not listening to the concerns that we have. And right now, my concern is that $400. Like you, trash going up, rent going up, mortgage going up, interest going up, eggs going up, milk going up. Gas, however, is coming down. Okay, the gas is coming down, so it's not how you. Eggs have come down a little bit, but that's just for the time being until say election year. And so as soon as the election is over, they're going to stick it to us again. I'm just saying, so I didn't see it. Now, let's talk about something. Every time the legislature goes in session, they talk about it. They never do anything about it, but they talk about it. Okay? And I'll tell you what that is in a second. Good morning, who's this? Yes. It's our money. Yes, we paid it. But it's all of our money. Yeah, but you're not right, though. Wait a minute. Right. No, I'll take the money. I'll take the money. Listen. Wait a minute. All we got to do is print some more money. Well, they're coming down a little bit because of me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and help me out. So why we got Space Force? Okay, so what's Space Force for? What's that about Space Force? Well, that's true. The atmosphere won't allow that. But however, What? Wait a minute. Well, what do we need space for? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Well, you know. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I'll say it. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. No, I haven't. I heard excerpts on, but I didn't. I didn't. Oh. Okay. Well, I'll go. I just happen to be black and I'm on the radio, so I guess we just gonna violate that. Well, okay. But yeah. 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 I was thinking about that when I was starting to get up, starting to say it. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. 867-1440, 8:14 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, sir, LT. Mm-hmm. The world. The world. Yeah, the world. Yeah. 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 Now there's something wrong with that picture. Something wrong with that picture. How's that? Yeah, yeah, they probably well, everybody probably get on that. But when she said it, I looked around the House of Representatives and things like that, and I mean, I saw people pat like they were patting a baby on their butt. They wasn't enthusiastic about it or anything. They just okay. They looked around. You're like you're in church, right? You see this guy next to you clapping, so you okay, I'll clap too. I mean, you don't really want to do it because it didn't feel you. You didn't feel it, but now you clapping. So yeah. Yeah. It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. We ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't doing that. I mean, unless I got on camouflage, some green and boots. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing it. No. People crazy. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'll be. Yeah. Yeah, me, because I wasn't a student out there. That's right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, ignore it. All right, appreciate it. Let me see. Okay. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. I used to be one. Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I mean, don't you check. Yeah. But I'm a retired soldier. Right. Listen, I believe anything listen, I believe yeah, listen, I believe anything you tell me that you would have done. I believe it. I think you believe you would have done it too. Okay. And I've done it before. And I've done it before. Well, and maybe I'm wrong, and I could be. Well, give me 10 seconds. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that the reason why we go to college is so we can upgrade our mentality, upgrade our education, upgrade the way we handle things in life, and upgrade to the promise that America gives. That's what I thought. Yeah, yeah. Kids have always done things behind their parents' back. I got no problem with kids doing it. My problem is people who don't know that it's wrong. Okay, I hear you. Wait a minute. I don't. Right, I don't believe my son. Yeah, yeah. See, listen. I hear you saying. I hear you saying. In my. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. All right. I appreciate it. I think I got to take a break. That was enough Robert share there to fill up the tank. Anyway, we'll be back right after these messages.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We now have in January the highest number of illegal immigrants that we had in the month starting last year. So that was a record in terms of the illegal immigrants coming into the country. 1922 was a new record set by Joe Biden because he's back enforcing the laws of the land. As a matter of fact, he's aiding and abetting law breaking. We are free. That's not my check. If I was Biden, I would know. When it comes to the other, that's the point. We're now trying to have another refugee. Of 4.5 billion immigrants allowed in this country. And even if it's not over, we're aiding and abetting all workers into this country. We're telling us that the border secure. Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here. The average family costs $1,000 a year when they switch from the big carriers, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. That's right, you can save a fortune. You get the exact same service as these big carriers. You get the ultra-fast 5G. You get unlimited talking, text, and phone video. That's only $30 a month. And with your costs, they're so poor, you're going to deliver service to back it up with a 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. So instead of paying a fortune to the big carriers, you can get up and option. My cell phone company. And start enjoying great perks like the U.S. Picture and the Silver Key. We're going to make your switch easy. And we'll be supporting a company that's veteran-owned and shares your values and has you covered with their money-back guarantee. It's simple to make the switch. Dial pound for 50, set the keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound for 50, keyword save now. And our friends at Sure Talk, simply, together, relevant. Times in a way of we have this is why so many people are doing Medishare. Medishare is a trusted way to save up to 50% of your monthly budget. People already get this. It's why managers trying to see your health costs and your health it's a direct cost of money. There's 500 companies, and that's what the people up there sitting to the 27 years. There's different options to choose from to pick the budget. But we have to get a second. If you call, you can get a question in 2 minutes. You can handle it. People can make the switch. It's 855 51 That's 855 51 51.
Okay, that's why I was gone, but going through a couple trying to find my way. Okay, so how's this gonna work? Okay, well, the song ain't working. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I gotta hit the refresh button there. Look at the time that does really. Oh, here we go. All right then. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am wondering something before I get to anything else. I am wondering something. I'm just wondering something. Sometimes. When did it start to unravel? Really, when did it start to unravel? When did the depletion of our communities from folks? When did we stop taking the time to hearing, not all of us, of course, but But when did we start to make excuses for the stuff that would get us beat down back in the day? Disrespect, order, chaos. When, when did we stop that? And when did it become fashionable, tolerable, almost mandated? That every piece of our entertainment has got the N-word in it. When did that come? When did that come fast to, to, to where we are now? I don't want to get in this, but when did it become fashionable to mediocrity as the standard rather than the occasional attempt? I don't know where this came from. Well, when did it become fashionable to make all our kids in schools sickly? They can't do anything. They can't. It's because they didn't have food at home. It's because, hell, who had food at home? Matter of fact, I went to school to shut up because I got some free lunch. Okay. I mean, when did all of this behavior become fashionable to make excuses? I still don't understand how being in poverty makes you a criminal. If anything, it should motivate you to live a better life and get a decent education so you can do something. When did it get fashionable for schools to put up with people who cordial behavior? And the sad thing about all this, I just gotta say it. You know, first of all, I'm black. I know most of you didn't know that. Yeah, I'm black. I've been black all the time. When people that derive from the same ethnicity as I do, when we get involved in things that I think that we just should know better, it bothers me more than many other people because I happen to be black. My mother used to always tell us, never forget who you are. Because when you do things out in public, it reflects back on her. So I tried my best. Most of the time I did pretty good at it. I didn't embarrass her too much. There were a couple times there that had to put up with something. But I just don't know where the excuses came from. We can't do this because we can't do that. We can't, and I keep hearing this stuff about public school, about well, you can't do this because of the law. And I've looked up the law. I've looked up the Disabilities Act on the education. Nothing in those books say you have to put up with that kind of thing, with that kind of thing. Nothing. I've heard so many excuses like, well, they come from the community. Well, people with a valiant cross come from the community. People who go to Montgomery Academy come from the community. So when and how come our kids can't get the same atmosphere in public school as they get in private school? Why can't they get the same atmosphere? The only difference in public school and private school from an administrative standpoint should be is maybe the attitude of some of the kids. And even in our magnet, we have downgraded that to 2.5 GPA as if our kids just don't have the ability anymore. So I'm just wondering, when did it become fashionable to fail? When did that become the goal? And the goal is to fail. So that's what bothers me. Anyway, that's just one of the things that bothers me. Good morning. Yes. What was it? I think some of it did. I think Tupac Shakur actually. Okay, what NWA? Oh yeah. I remember Sugar Hood Gang. Yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so you know who test, and that's what happened. Because the declaration was right now, and that's what they call you see. Here. So have you ever heard about assault and greatest white men?
I have not. I have not. That's true. I have not. No, not as a whole group. No, I have not. Well, if you wasn't your husband back in the day, you didn't need to bring him in there no way. But listen, no man has ever had to walk away from his kids. Nobody. No. I I understand that, but you still don't have to walk away. You do the best you can, and you keep on moving. You still don't have to walk away just going to give them a check in a public house. You know, we use that as an excuse, but you still don't have to do that. You take care of your kids. No, I was raised in a single environment. All black folks were back in the day, poor and getting stamps and getting and getting the cheese. Yeah, I mean, mm, mm. Yeah, but that's still his fault. It's still his fault. But it is. Wait. You don't have to have kids now. You don't got to do it. Yeah, yeah. Well, and you picked her. That's like asking the woman I was with, was I right? You know, nobody. But yeah, right. But it's still our fault, though. I mean, we didn't have to. No. We didn't have to lay down and get somebody pregnant. We just didn't. Now, listen. The reality is that when you're young and dumb, you do dumb things. I got that part. But we're still up to the man. That's true. But we're supposed to be the leader. Supposed to be. Yeah, I know we do. Yeah, yeah. We do. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, I'm fine. Mm. And they haven't. Wait a minute. They haven't been doing that since the 1920s, 1940s, 50s, and 60s.
Mhm. Mm. 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 Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it. Let's take a break. It is 8:39 in the morning. It's Friday Eve. Thank God I made it through this day to this day. I went through it's been like this for I mean, I had nothing to do, but now I get plenty to do. So let's take a break and we'll be back. But when did it become acceptable to be a degenerate, rabble rouser, crook, thief, drug dealer, rapper? When did all that and you said the most vile things, when did my people decide that this is how we wanted to be represented? Hmm. Give it.
Blindster.com. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
You'll start your Thursday off with some clouds and temperatures in the mid and upper 50s, but as we head throughout the day, we don't have a ton of sunshine, and we have showers off towards the north and building into our area. Highs will be anywhere from mid and upper 60s for our central Alabama counties to low mid and upper 70s for our southern portions of the state. We dry out by late Friday afternoon and see sunshine on Saturday. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Couple of accident sites. Highway 14 and 143 near the airport. The second accident here in Montgomery, East Boulevard at Carmichael. Invisible Fence has indoor and outdoor systems. Not only do they help keep your pet safe, but they've got the perfect start training method that makes all the difference. Call Vicki at Invisible Fence 265-2585. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Attention River Region. Don't wait on one of those internet companies to hopefully call you back. You'll be disappointed even if they do. Just Blinds and Travel is here to make sure your home has the look and feel of the best American-made window treatments, including motorization and smart home options. Your guests will love them as much as you do. For over 35 years, Just Blinds has been the trusted local source for quality, beauty, and customer satisfaction, serving Lake Martin, Auburn, and the River Region.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, but Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use an EpiPen. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Since 1969, you've trusted Bill Bradley. When something breaks, call Bill Bradley for plumbing, heating, and air conditioning concerns. Bill Bradley will come fix your home. Call today and tune up your AC for only $74.95. Bill Bradley, your source for all things green, including available financing on HVAC. Certificate number 8449.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com. Janny King, the king of clean. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
No way, Jen. Here's two expensive.
I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'll stop and download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SIMPLE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SIMPLE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code
I need a calendar in here.
Did you know that colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in America and that it affects men and women equally? If you are 45 or older, Rumshaker encourages you to talk to your doctor about screening options that are available. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and beatable, but early detection is the key. For more information, please visit us at www.rumshakerclinic.org. That's rumshakerinc.org.
Ever wonder why your business doesn't show up on online search maps, but your competitors do? It's hundreds of things. Things that Cumulus Boost can identify and fix. And that's how we boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, then. Jennifer Hudson actually has a talk show. I like her singing better than I do her talking. I love her singing, but she sucks at talking. She's very good. However, insane. So I feel virus. Let's go back to phones. 860-1440. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. That's true. Mm. I, mm. Mm. All right, my dear. Thank you very much. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Yes. Mm. Yes. Yep. Yep. I remember. Okay. All righty then. Appreciate it. Let me take one more call. I'm running out of time. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'll let the senior citizens handle that conversation. Oh, okay. Well, so I'll let y'all handle that conversation. Okay, well, you asked it. I'll answer next time she calls. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Huh? Alex Jones, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I guess some of them, may have believed like he believed. I don't know. Right there, Ken. Yeah. But we have to guide them, right? But he was. He done lost all his money almost. Okay. Well, listen, people listen to Hitler, right? But people listen to Hitler. I got you. And I would imagine that would change. The difference today, it seems like to me that we are not willing to engage them in that change. Because there are some things that are destructive to our culture and to our society. And I think we have an obligation to say something about it. But maybe people want to do it. Come on, who's this? Yes, sir. Mm, mm. I didn't mean to. Again, I only mentioned what I saw. Hmm. Hmm. Doesn't that right? But doesn't that insult the process? Doesn't that insult the process when you can stand outside using the N word, blacks all over the campus? Doesn't that do something to you? Yes, I did not degrade the institution. Wait a minute, I didn't degrade the institution. I Yes, sir. But and they ought not want that on their and they ought not want that on their campus either. That's not an excuse. We put kids in jail we send kids to war. That's no excuse for that behavior. It's an institution of higher learning. Right. I mean, but let's stop using this excuse about their kids. They're not kids anymore. They're going to college. They're young adults. They should not embarrass, they should not degrade that university like they do. Don't blame that on me, blame it on them. Well, I have to be on the radio. I have to be on the radio. That's where I made my living. Everything. But listen, I called first. This age, I called first. This age, I called him first. I called him. Yeah. Well, if I Absolutely, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I ain't even close to knowing everything at this age, but I know enough to know that if I'm on an institute, hey, by the time, okay, and that's all I'm giving. All I'm giving is my opinion. That's all I'm giving is my opinion. Hey, I gotta go when time's up, but you can get on me tomorrow. Again, institution of higher learning should be that is not the fee-based, the worst thing we can do come out of our mouth.